so let's go ahead and move to our categories. You know, on the image, it's probably not going to make a whole lot of sense to put the categories there. So I think what we need to do in our related posts, so blog, we've got our related posts, our postcard, and we already have the whole post coming down. So, all of this is gross. We can get rid of all of that. Great. And then under the date, we can add some categories. Div, we can then pass in our categories, which should be an array. So we actually need to check first. So post dot categories, content dot category. If that does exist, we can map those out. So next step then is to do our post content category dot map. Then we're going to have our category with the type of category. This is not how that works. Category. And let's we'll add the index as well. Then we can do this category. Okay, and so it already types it as category for me. So then we will just do in this div, we can just do span is probably good. And I think we can just use our category dot ID. Yeah, let's type it category. Perfect. And then we can do our, I just don't want to do a type check on it. Dot title. That should be, oh, this needs to come up here. Oh, that comes down there. Okay, so just one of my brackets got deleted, no biggie. So doing that should already add our categories right there. Those are obviously too big though. So we're gonna do class name, host category, and then for each of these, we'll do class name, classes, category. We'll do text. That makes more sense there. So category, text, post category into our classes. And we'll probably make this category into a new component on its own, but that's fine. We'll do that later. So this should actually be post categories since it's the container. All right. Post categories, we will do, first of all, let's get this to be smaller. So we'll do font size, and then we'll do color to be our dark primary 70, which should just make it be more like the date. There we go. Probably a little small. Let's bring it back up to 0.9. All right. Do I want to do commas or do I want to do, oh, let's do pills. So for the span, we can do, I think I have, and include BG pill. Yep. All right. And so then we're going to do a background color. We have a secondary color. Let's see what that looks like. Secondary. I don't know what the color that is. Is that just white? Let's do, not accent. That's too bright. Like primary, let's do dark secondary because that white's just too much. Dark secondary. Let this reload. All right, so then we don't want dark primary, obviously, so we can just do light primary. We don't need to do 70. Okay, then we can do something like padding. A lot smaller than that, 1.125 to give it a little bit of breathing room. We'll do a display. Oh, not in there though. I don't know what's going on with my fast refresh here. Keeps bringing me up to the top. Display flex, gap, 1.25 rem. See what this does for us. All right, looks very ugly, doesn't it? So let's do wrap. Oops, flex wrap. Wrap, there's that. So these now are kind of too big. So let's set that there and then set this to be maybe even like 0.75 within our 0.125 rem because they don't really need to be like very well seen. Then we can do, let's say, a margin top. Don't love this actually. Let's just do a border top. Do dark primary, and then margin top and padding top. And cut these in half. Yeah, I just don't like that it's, well, let's see here. So if we do, no, yeah, let's just, we'll set the color to be that. We won't make it a pill because it just looks too sloppy. And then I think what we could do in post categories, let's actually make this be a background color. And see, this is why you need to have a designer before you just start doing stuff. It's so hard to design and code at the same time. Okay, yeah, don't like that either. So let's leave it like that. I like the font size how it is. There's a stretch, that's okay. And I don't think I'll ever have 4 categories, so why don't we do that instead? Let's get rid of this, and then we're gonna set a max number of categories to 2. So if I can go to our post config, here's our collections, our posts. Now I need to organize this some. All right. Content, row, authors, category. Can I set max 2? Oh. I don't know why that was still there then. It says it's deprecated, so don't use max if you're trying to use your relationship fields. All right, so now if I refresh, our plus button should go away. Or no, because that's to create, but I can't. I guess I can select more. Will it let me save if I do that? No. So now we have everything with 2 categories. So that works. I like it. Cool with me. A couple things that I wanted to change here while we're on the blog before we go and try to mess with our components a little bit more. Let's reduce the font size of our cards title, the author. I think I can do all that here. So we've got our card title. Let's just set that to be 1 rem. And then our authors, I guess maybe I have in a component. I don't. Okay, so yeah, that looks good. I do want to also card title. Is that what I just changed? Yes. Card title. Where's my authors? Oh, maybe I didn't set. And that's why, yep, I did not. Okay. Featured author, which I don't know why is it featured. Can I just do author? I'm going to say yes because this is not anything. All right, so then we can just set color to be our dark primary. And then let's set our font size to be 0.9. And I'm cool with the color. Great. All right, so that looks good. And then I think we can take some of the margin out here. So margin bottom, maybe 0.25. Okay, and then the title, do the same thing. Card, wait, inspect. All right, so that's apparently, okay, so is this a line height thing then? Do line height of 1? Yes, it is. All right, so, but I don't want it to apply to my categories. You know, I don't hate it. All right, so let's leave it like that. I'm going to reset this server real quick because it just feels so sluggish. Okay, and then we're going to come up to our blog, and then too far, our title, sidebar, breadcrumbs, blog title, and we're going to set this font size to be a little bit less. I definitely don't like that it wraps so much, especially in my longer blog titles. Okay, that's definitely not enough though. If we do 2 rem. 2 may be too much. It is indeed. Okay, so let's inspect and then do this good old-fashioned way here. So that's 1, so 1.5. Then I think we can just do that. And then maybe 1.6, 7, we'll do 1.6. So I like that. Copy and paste it. And I can't even copy it right. 1.6. All right, so we save that and we're in good shape there.